Hey, welcome back to another Fetta Facts. I want to talk to you about how you balance out life and wealth building. I had a conversation with a client this week and he's like, dude, I have all these expenses coming up. I've got things, family stuff, travel, health things. How do I make it all fit and still progress with wealth building? And this is one of the top questions I get asked. Stay tuned. I'm going to answer it today on Fetta Facts. Hey, welcome back to Fetta Facts. Jerry Fetta, CEO of Philanthro Wealth. So I had a conversation with a client this week, and he was asking me, like, how do you manage to balance like wealth building and also life? Right. And it's a really good question. One of the first questions that I had to figure out the answer to is that. And I get asked this all the time, and it's the scenario of like, I'm trying to progress with my wealth building, but things keep coming up financially that set me back. Right? There's a car repair, or there's a medical thing, or there is a trip we're going on, or we're buying new furniture, or whatever it is. Right? And here's the simple answer I want to give to you on this, because when I understood this, I got so much clarity in my own finances. Right? And this goes for anyone that's watching. So let me pull up the whiteboard on this. We're going to definitely need to whiteboard this one out. So traditionally speaking, finances are an either or game. So if I have money, I'm going to have my budget, of course. I have some that goes to rent. I have some that goes to my mortgage. I've got some that goes to my car, gas, food, groceries, whatever it would be. Right. And so there's these little bits that go out, on a recurring, consistent basis. That's my normal day-to-day living. Every once in a while, I will have a large expense. Kid needs braces. Car transmission went out. Right. Someone's getting married and got to travel and there's plane tickets involved. And I would run into this where I was like, I'm trying to take as much of this money as I can, and I'm trying to devote it to wealth building, right? It needs to go into an asset and it needs to stay there and it needs to compound or spit off income or grow or whatever. And I would look at these other expenses that would come up and I would kind of be like having a loss. Like, I'm like, man, I'm being set back. I keep on losing progress. I can't invest money that I have to go spend on a couch. I can't put money towards something in an investing sense if I've got to go buy a transmission for my car. Right. And so I had this like tension between wanting to build wealth, but then also like some of these are like things of life. It's like you can't, if you have a medical emergency, you can't be like, I'm going to do nothing. I'm not going to do it because I want to buy real estate instead. If you're dead, the real estate's not going to help you very much. Right? If you're in poor health and you can't get around and enjoy the passive income and live the life you want from the real estate, your quality of life goes down. Right? So we're used to this either or type of mindset. Okay, you can't have your cake and eat it too. My least favorite phrase. Like, why would you have cake? What would be the point if I'm not going to have it and eat it? Right? Like, I'm not just here to show off. Like, I have cake, right? Like, I would want to eat the cake. I'm that guy. I would not have cake if I wasn't going to eat it. It's not display or show cake. It's eating cake, right? So money is the same way. Like, money is only good for what it can do. So I'm not looking to just have money to hoard it. For those of you that have hundreds of thousands in the bank, shame on you. Dumb idea, right? I'm not like, oh, I have 300,000 on this screen on my phone when I look at it. I like that. No, that's having your cake and not eating it. Like, why? It's going to go bad. The money's going to go bad. That's what inflation is. Your money going bad. It's expiring. It's spoiling. Okay, so here's the solution. Hey, you want to see a magic trick? Get a copy of my book, Blueprint to Financial Freedom. I know it's in front of my chest and my face because I want you focusing on the book and not me for a moment before you go back to focusing on me and the content. If I look at this from the standpoint of what I believe and what I teach, right? And what I teach and believe might not be what you believe. And that's why I'm doing this video is I want to share this with you because it might be a helpful mindset. If I take my dollars and I run them through first to my sacred account, okay, I run them through my sacred account first. That's the number one place my money goes, right? Now, this is not money that I'm going to spend on gas or my car or rent. I don't run my expenses through my sacred account. I run my surpluses through my sacred account. I'm a depositor putting money into my own banking system. So it's the money I'm saving above and beyond what I'm spending. The money I'm spending, for me, honestly, it goes on a cashback credit card and I just spend it and then I pay the credit card off with my dollars and I get the points and I avoid the interest. But it's not money I'm like trying to recapture, like, oh no, I need to save my rent in my sacred account. I don't play that game. I can get into that in a different video, but I don't do that. I'm not trying to run all of my expenses through my life insurance, just my surpluses. The extra money that I would be leaving in someone else's bank, I want it in my own bank. Okay. Now, the beauty of this is when I put it in my sacred account, I'm earning guaranteed interest as a depositor, and I can borrow against the deposits as the banker, and I can use the money as the borrower, and I earn dividends as the shareholder. I own the banking system. I actually get dividends based on the profitability of it. This is called the banking quadrant. So I want you to think of the cash flow quadrant, but you've got a depositor, you've got a banker, you've got a borrower, you've got a shareholder. And in this equation, you're all four of them. Okay. So I deposit my money in the life insurance policy. I get guaranteed interest on that, just like when I deposit money in a bank account. Okay. The interest I get on my life insurance is higher. I have more protection and more flexibility. When I put my money in someone else's bank, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, whomever, the banker borrows against my deposits, pays me little to nothing, and then puts my money at risk. They loan it out to other people. They invest it. Okay. So the borrowing against the deposit already happens. Promise you, you go to your bank, that's what they're doing. When you use the sacred account, you get to be the banker. You get to borrow against your deposit, right? So you're using the system that's already being used. You're just being the one that is in the driver's seat now. Then I loan it out to myself or I loan it out to someone else or I invest it just like the bank does. I charge more than my cost of borrowing, just like the bank does. And I also get to be now the third person, the borrower that gets to use the money. Okay. So here was what I was always thinking. I was like, okay, I can only invest. I can only invest. I can only invest. And then when stuff would come up, like, a purchase of some sort that's a little larger, I would resist it. I would be like, I don't want to do that. I want to invest. I want passive income. And so I had this conversation with a client the other day, and he's like, I had a dental expense come up. I want to spend money on some personal development stuff to improve myself. And he was kind of like, it sucks because now it's holding me back. I'm not able to invest. And so I reminded him, I was like, look, investing is three, the use of the money. Okay, that's only the third part of the banking quadrant. So whether when you're the borrower using the money, whether you're using it to invest for passive income or whether you're using it to pay for a dental operation, you still earn guaranteed interest as the depositor. You still are the banker charging more than it costs you to borrow, right? And you still get dividends as the shareholder. Okay, in any other scenario, a dental operation comes up, I take cash and I spend it. I don't earn guaranteed interest as the depositor. I don't get to be the banker. I don't get to recapture and recycle the principal value of whatever that money is that is going towards the cost of a dental operation. I don't earn dividends on a profitable banking system. I don't get any of that. It's $5,000 for dental, out the window, gone. Never going to see it again, never going to benefit from it again. So how do you balance this out? I believe that, investing is going to be a sequence like this. Okay, so if I'm looking at use of sacred account, the first thing is I'm going to handle debt, right? Debt means I did business with someone else's bank. I pay interest to someone else's bank. And all I've got to do is, if I owned a tax firm, I would do my taxes now at my own tax firm. If I had a car dealership, I would buy my vehicles from a car dealership. I was talking to a new partner the other day and he was like, he was realizing, okay, so if I do this through you guys, because I'm going to be a partner now, I'll earn money on it. The company will earn money on it. I was like, of course, of course. Same thing with debt. You're in the banking business now. Do the debt with you instead. The car loan should be with your bank. Everything should be with your bank. Okay. So that's the first thing. Second thing, number two, large purchases. This is the second thing someone should be focused on with their sacred account. Before investing, okay, making large purchases. I need furniture. Okay, I just moved. I need furniture. That's a larger than usual purchase. That's not something that's in my month to month budget of buying furniture. I don't have an allocated furniture expense category, right? So I need a couch, I need a chair, I need stools, I need whatever. That is ultimately coming out of my saver account. Okay, now when I buy the furniture, I'm going to take a policy loan. Okay, I'm still earning guaranteed interest on my deposit that I put in the policy in the first place. I'm still the banker. I'm charging more interest than it cost me to borrow. I'm still earning dividends on the system as the shareholder. And I'm going to use the money as the borrower to improve my quality of life, to have a better couch, to have stools so I can sit there with my family, right? I shouldn't beat myself up over that. And I should realize that I am recapturing that money, I'm recycling it, and it still grows while I use it. So I can have my cake and I can eat it too. Is the point of cake, is the point of money, to have the money and use the money, not have the money and never use it and hoard it or put it off till I'm 65. No, no, no. I'm going to use it now. I'm going to benefit from it now. And I'm still going to get growth. I'm still going to get the future value of it. I'm still going to get the reuse and recycling of it. And I'm going to make sure that I enhance my quality of life for myself, my loved ones, and for the world around me today, now, with the money. So large purchases, I believe, happen after the debt step, before the investing step. Okay, so if you come to me and you're like, you know, we don't like where we live and we want to live somewhere we enjoy every day, right? And you're like, but that's going to cost money. And if I use that money, then I can't invest for passive income. If you come to me and say that, I'm going to tell you the whole point of this is for you to have a life of abundance and prosperity in all areas, for you to improve the quality of life of yourself, your loved ones, and the world around you. And you saying I have passive income, but I hate where I live, violates that. I would rather have you say, I love where I live. My quality of life is awesome. I don't have passive income yet because I used my sacred account for moving into a better place or a neighborhood I like or a state I like. But the money still grows. And when I'm older and it continues to compound, I'm still going to have dividends and passive income to show for this. I would rather have you say that.
Hey, what's up? Jerry here. I just wanted to give you another reminder. Grab my book, Blueprint to Financial Freedom. It's going to be one of the best books you have ever read on finance. I can promise you that. You're going to love it. It's also a free offer. So if you go to jerryfetta.com/B2F promo, you can get that now.
Then say, I don't enjoy where I live. I don't enjoy what I do. I don't enjoy what I eat. I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not taking care of my family. I'm not taking care of the world around me, but I have passive income. Whoop-de-doo. What is the point of the passive income? You're not accomplishing the objective here. We are not, my company, Philanthrowealth, we are not defer your entire life and retire at 65 so you can finally do all the stuff you should have been doing the entire 40 years. That's not us. We're also not use other people's money and find ways to get passive income and not do anything so that you can unplug from the rat race and just live off of other people's work for the rest of your life. I don't like that idea. The whole thing like, oh, I bought my Rolls Royce because I bought a rental property and those guys, those tenants, they pay my Rolls Royce. That makes me cringe. That makes me cringe. That's slavery. You're literally taking the thing that you didn't like that happened to you and saying, I want to be out of that. And you're like, now that I'm out of that, I get to do it to other people. No. So I would rather you say, okay, good. I have my own banking system. That's my business model. And I run everything through it. If I need to spend money on life, it's not a loss, it's a win. Because my quality of life improved and the money still grows and I still have all of this good stuff happening while I use it. Okay. So here's what I do. When I can invest, I do. When I have money for investing, I do that. I empty it out and I go into a deal and I invest. And if that means that at that time there's not money for other things, so be it. That's why you have active income. Go make more money. Go put more money into the system. The bank needs more deposits. Okay. Now, if I've got some money in my banking system and an expense comes up like furniture or whatever, good. I'm going to do that. I won't invest. I'll buy the couch because we need a couch right now and that improves our quality of life. And again, I will then go make more money because the bank needs more deposits so that I can invest and do other things. So as long as you keep your triangle of wealth going, earn, save, invest, and you realize, okay, this isn't investing in a couch, but I have to spend some money. That money is gone. It will repay my banking system back. I will still earn on it. And now I own a couch as well, right? But I need to go back to earn now. replenish the system. As long as I do that, I'm okay, right? And the mindset needs to go away from like just hoard the cash and don't enjoy quality life and don't travel and don't eat out and don't this and don't that. That's scarcity. You cannot build wealth when you live in scarcity. So if you think you're winning because you have all these investments and all this asset base and all this cash and reserves, but you're not enjoying or using any of it, and your quality of life isn't going up, I'm telling you, you're flunking. You're flunking on the wealth building thing because you're not living a life of abundance and prosperity in all dynamics. You're not improving quality of life for yourself, your loved ones, the world around you. So you want to achieve both. Building assets, building net worth, building passive income for the purpose of what I just mentioned. That's the purpose. The money is a means to the end. The end is you have a life of abundance and prosperity in all dynamics. Quality of life went up for you, your loved ones, the world around you. You're restoring life essentials. You're promoting human welfare. And at the end of your life, you can look back and say, that was the effect I wanted to make. I can leave on good terms with myself. I know this was what I wanted to do and I did it. Okay. So I hope that helps on Fetta Facts. That is a fact. This is not the way the industry of finance teaches it, and it should be. And your life is better when you live this way. Okay. I have more freedom because I live this way. I'm not worrying about dollars. I'm not worrying about can I or can't I. I'm like, yeah, I can. And I'll continue to build wealth while I do it. So I hope that gives you some perspective. Thank you for watching. Comment below if you have any questions, thoughts, and I will see you on the next video.
Hey, this is Jerry Fetta here. I want to thank you for watching my video, watching my content. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to learn more about the blueprint to financial freedom and how you can achieve passive income that exceeds your savings, your expenses, your taxes, your generosity, and build wealth like the top 1%, I want to encourage you, grab a copy of my book, The Blueprint to Financial Freedom. You can go to jerryfetta.com/B2F promo, or you can click the link in the description of the video here. The copy is free. You cover your shipping. We'll send the book out to you, and we'll send you an email with a bunch of great bonus material also for free. Get the book, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on my next content.